Omega is one of those brands that rewards people who look past the obvious. Everyone knows the Moonwatch. Everyone knows the Seamaster Diver 300 meters from the Bond films. Those are great watches and two of them are on this list. But in 2026, the Omega catalog tells a much broader story. Olympic heritage, a James Bond chronograph, a movement that went to the moon, and a dive watch rated to the deepest point on Earth. Today we're running the full price list with real secondary market data and exactly what makes each one worth understanding. 10 watches. Let's get into it. Number 10, the Omega Seamaster Aqua Terra, reference 220-1041-2103-001. The everyday Omega that most people overlook and shouldn't. The Aqua Terra sits between dress watch and sports watch without committing to either. The teak pattern dial, horizontal lines inspired by yacht deck wood, is instantly recognizable and completely unlike anything else in the Omega lineup. No bezel, clean case, polished and brushed finishing throughout. Inside beats the coaxial master chronometer caliber 8900. 15,000 Gauss magnetic resistance, 60 hours of power reserve, 150 meters of water resistance. Meta certified. Retail sits around $6,800 to $7,100. Secondary market averages $4,500 to $5,500, meaning pre-owned buyers are getting this 30% below retail right now. That's a genuine buying opportunity on one of Omega's most versatile and underappreciated references in the entire current catalog. Number 9, the Omega Constellation Coaxial Master Chronometer, reference 131-1039-2003-001. The dress watch that serious collectors keep rediscovering. The Constellation is one of Omega's oldest collections, running since 1952. The modern version combines the iconic pie-pan dial with 4 distinctive claws on the bezel that grip the sapphire crystal. That case shape is unlike anything else in Swiss watchmaking, instantly identifiable from across the room. Inside beats the Calibre 8800 coaxial master chronometer. The same movement technology Omega uses across its flagship sports lineup in a dress watch package. 55 hours of power reserve, 15,000 Gauss magnetic resistance. Retail starts around $7,200. Secondary market sits around $5,000 to $6,500. Pre-owned Constellations remain significantly below retail, creating real value for buyers who understand that this movement quality in a dress watch is genuinely rare at this price. Number 8, the Omega Seamaster 300 Master Chronometer, reference 234-3041-2101-001. The vintage-inspired diver that purists keep coming back to. The Seamaster 300 is not the Diver 300 meters. This is a different watch entirely, inspired by Omega's 1957 professional diver with broad arrow hands, a symmetrical case without a crown guard, and a more vintage silhouette than the modern Seamaster line. The Lollipop Seconds hand and Cathedral hands are period correct and beautiful. Inside beats the Calibre 8400 coaxial master chronometer. 60 hours of power reserve, 300 meters water resistance. Meta's certified accuracy. Retail sits around $8,100. Secondary market ranges from $5,500 to $7,000, consistently below retail. For collectors who appreciate vintage dive watch design with fully modern movement technology, the Seamaster 300 represents exceptional value that the market has not yet fully priced in. A genuine hidden gem. Number 7, the Omega Speedmaster Racing, reference 329-3044-5101-001. The chronograph built for motorsport that stands completely apart from the Moonwatch. Where the Moonwatch is round and historical, the Racing is angular and aggressive. The skeletonized dial reveals the movement through a complex layered design, tachymeter scale on the bezel, bold sub-registers at 3, 6, and 9 o'clock. This watch makes a statement the moment it hits your wrist. Inside beats the coaxial master chronometer Calibre 9900, a column wheel chronograph with vertical clutch and 60 hours of power reserve. Fully Meta certified. Retail sits around $9,300. Secondary market ranges from $6,500 to $8,500. Pre-owned racing models offer serious value against the retail price. The design is visually distinct from every other Omega and from every other chronograph at this price point. Unmistakably motorsport. Number 6. The Omega Seamaster Diver 300 meters. Reference 210-3042-2001-001. The James Bond watch, the most recognized Omega on Earth. Since 1995, the Seamaster Diver 300 meters has been Bond's watch. That cultural connection drives global demand that no amount of competitor marketing can touch. The wave pattern dial, ceramic unidirectional bezel, and coaxial movement create a package that genuinely earns its reputation. Inside beats the Calibre 8800, 15,000 Gauss magnetic resistance, 55 hours of power reserve, 300 meters water resistance, Metas certified. Helical hairspring visible through the exhibition caseback. Retail sits around $6,700. Secondary market ranges from $4,500 to $5,800. Below retail for pre-owned examples. That creates a genuine buying opportunity on one of the most liquid watches in the entire market. You can buy and sell this watch anywhere in the world, instantly recognizable, instantly desirable. Number 5. The Omega Seamaster Diver 300 meters, Titanium Bond 007 Edition, reference 210-9042-2001-001. The Bond watch taken to its most elevated form. Where the standard Diver 300 meters is steel, this is grade 2 titanium, significantly lighter and more comfortable on the wrist. The mesh bracelet references the one worn by Daniel Craig in No Time to Die. NATO gray dial, ceramic bezel, full titanium construction throughout. This is the definitive Bond Seamaster. Retail sits around $10,700. Secondary market ranges from $7,500 to $9,500 for complete examples. The Bond connection creates permanent collector demand that standard Seamasters don't generate. Every new Bond film and related release triggers renewed interest in secondary market movement. The most popular Omega Seamaster on watch charts currently shows an estimated market value of $7,650. Bond editions consistently outperform standard references on long-term value retention. Number 4. The Omega Speedmaster Moonwatch Hesselite, reference 310-3042-5001-001. The watch that went to the moon. This is the historically correct moonwatch, acrylic Hesselite crystal, just like the watches worn during the Apollo missions. NASA flight qualified in 1965, the only watch ever certified for extravehicular activity. 6 lunar landings. Apollo 13. The most storied chronograph in history. Inside beats the Calibre 3861, coaxial master chronometer, manual winding, 48 hours of power reserve. Metas certified. The movement is visible through the exhibition caseback on this reference. Retail is approximately $6,800. Secondary market sits at $5,000 to $6,500 for excellent examples. Below retail. Pre-owned Hesselite moonwatches are among the best values in the entire luxury watch market. Special editions have significantly outperformed standard references, trading at 200 to 300% of original retail. The standard moonwatch remains the entry point into that legacy. Number 3. The Omega Speedmaster Calibre 321, reference 311-3040-3001-001. Where investment meets horological history. The Calibre 321 is the movement that went to the moon in 1969. Omega discontinued it in 1968 and brought it back in 2020 after years of reverse engineering from original blueprints. Column wheel chronograph, lateral clutch. The movement architecture that made history, rebuilt for the modern era. Retail sits around $13,500 to $17,100 depending on configuration. Secondary market already trading at or above retail on most examples. Limited production has pushed secondary market prices significantly above retail. One notable exception in a market where most Speedmasters trade below retail. This is not marketing hype. This is a movement with genuine historical significance commanding genuine collector premiums. Limited production, rising demand. The Calibre 321 rewards patient holders. Buy it. Hold it. Let history do the work. Number 2, the Omega Speedmaster Moonwatch Reverse Panda, reference 310-3042-5001-004. The newest Moonwatch, and already one of the most talked about. Released in 2026, the Reverse Panda flips the classic Moonwatch color scheme. White subdials on a black dial instead of the traditional black on white. The result is a completely different visual character. Modern, bold, and immediately distinctive from every other Moonwatch in the lineup. Inside beats the Calibre 3861 coaxial master chronometer. The same NASA-qualified movement technology in a fresh dial presentation. Retail is $10,400. Secondary market is still forming as a fresh 2026 release. New Moonwatch variants with distinctive dials have historically generated strong collector interest in the 12 to 24 months following release. Early positioning here could generate serious returns. The Reverse Panda is a calculated bet on future collector appeal. The odds look favorable. And at number 1, the Omega Seamaster Planet Ocean Ultra Deep, reference 215.9, 2.46.21.01.001. The watch that went to the deepest point on Earth. In 2019, a modified version of this watch accompanied Victor Vescovo to the bottom of the Mariana Trench, 10,928 meters below sea level. No other production watch has been there. The production Ultra Deep carries that achievement directly into its DNA. 60,000 meters of water resistance rating, grade 5 titanium case, ceramic bezel, anti-reflective sapphire crystal rated for extreme pressure. Inside beats the Calibre 8912 coaxial master chronometer, Metas certified. 60 hours of power reserve. Retail sits around $18,500. Secondary market ranges from $14,000 to $17,000. Below retail on pre-owned examples. For the depth of engineering, the historical achievement, and the technical specification, nothing in the Omega catalog makes a stronger statement. The most capable watch Omega has ever made. Period. Outrow, 20 seconds. 10 Omega watches. 10 completely different stories. From the $6,800 Moonwatch to the $18,500 Ultra Deep that went to the bottom of the ocean. Which one belongs on your wrist? Drop it in the comments, smash that like button, subscribe to Luxury Atlas, and we'll see you in the next one.